What's going on, guys? PlaybyPlayGaming here, back with another Epic 7 video. Today we're taking on Abyss Floor 99. Yes, we're going up against Destina, Ruele, and Judge Kise. So sit back and let's take a look at their mechanics. All right, we got floor 99. We're going up against Destina, Ruele, Judge Kise. I did use a team comp in front of you to clear this stage. It did take quite a while. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. However, once I figured out the rotation for all of their skills and kind of what they do, the mechanics behind it, I was finally able to clear this stage. But I did try a lot of different units, and this is the team comp that did it for me. So first up, when you start off the battle, you're gonna go up against Destina. She's actually okay. I mean, she doesn't do too much damage, but her ads do. So just kind of keep that in mind. I would say biggest strategy here, keep your units healed. Make sure that you try to save souls. I tried to burn her down as quick as possible just so that I can get to that next stage. And so what happens after you get her below 50% or at 50%, she gets another turn and she actually transforms into Ruele of Light, and she summons Judge Kise. All right, so when she summons Ruele and Judge Kise, they do a lot of damage. So make sure that you have heroes that can sustain themselves, sustain the entire team, cleanse, and not die too quickly. So Judge Kise is here. She does everything regular Judge Kise does, just way better. On her S1, she decreases your defense, so she defense breaks you for 2 turns. So her S2 is an AoE that strips your entire team and has a 75% chance to hit you with unable to be buffed. Her S3 is another AoE and it has a 75% chance to increase your skill cooldown, and when her health is actually less than 50% chance, she can inflict you with another 75% chance to increase your skill cooldown by 1 turn 3 times. So you're gonna have a bad time facing her. She doesn't do a lot of damage. However, what helps her do a lot of damage is gonna be her S1. So oftentimes she dual attacks with Ruele and Judge Kise. So Ruele goes and then dual attack Judge Kise, she'll defense break you, and then Judge Kise will go again. And if your RNG is bad, she's gonna target the hero that of course has defense break and then one-shot them. So it's really important that you bring a hero that can cleanse or passively cleanse somehow, right? And so what I did is I brought Tamarinne on Wondrous Potion Vial, just so that when she gets a turn, even if she can't go into idle form, she can cleanse that defense break. Montmo is there for the AoE cleanse as well, and even though she has 200% and up effect resistance, she would still get debuffed. She would still get defense break and unable to be buffed. So just kind of keep that in mind. Kluri was there as, again, like in all my Abyss videos, she's there for utility, she's there for damage mitigation, she's my Aurius holder, she's there for the passive heals, she is OP. Lorina is there as the only damage unit, as the only DPS on my team. She is extremely squishy. She is only at, I believe, 10,000 HP. So 10,000 HP, 800 defense, she can get one shot pretty easily. However, since I only did bring a 1 DPS unit, I had all of my other heroes just focus on keeping her alive. So passive heals from Falconer Kluri, Tamarinne heals with her S2 and then she transforms into idle form, clears debuffs. Montmo is there for the heals and for that S3, which grants immunity. She did her best, but as you'll see at the end of the video, she gets completely wiped. And let that be a lesson that just because one of your main DPS units dies, doesn't necessarily mean that the fight is over. So if you do stick around, you'll see that Falconer Kluri, Tamarinne, and Montmo were actually able to get the job done. So even though I lost my only DPS, we clutched it, able to clear the floor. I would definitely recommend that you probably bring a different kind of bruiser hero. Also, you might even consider bringing in a Daydream Joker just because they have so much health. My Commander Lorina right now, she is on, I think, Portrait, and I think I noticed that at the end. I was like, oh, well, I should probably brought Daydream Joker just because it scales off their max HP, and they do have a boatload. So tip number one that I can give is make sure you bring an Aurius holder if you have squishy DPS heroes. It definitely helps mitigate damage from your entire team. Number two, make sure you bring in tanky healers that can sustain your team. I would definitely say at least 14 to 15k HP and you should be okay. Number three, super important, make sure that you bring someone, at least 1 to 2 units that can remove buffs. So Ruele actually gets a barrier on her S3, I believe, which takes, I think, three to 4 turns before it gets removed on its own. So if you want to keep doing any kind of damage to Ruele, you need to remove that barrier. If you don't remove that barrier, you can always wait it out and then keep hitting her down. Tip number 4, I would say this is probably the thing that saved me the most when fighting the JKise Ruele combo is Falconer Kluri. So on her S3, Kluri's S3 actually provokes, and what it did for me is it gave me time to put up immunity right before S3 from JKise. So as we talked about earlier, JKise resets all of your skills once she S3s. If you have immunity though, you have a chance of resisting that skill reset. So it was extremely powerful for me. Once I figured out that I could actually provoke her right before she does her S3, it gave me a chance to burn my souls, put up team-wide immunity with Montmo, and then be okay. So in case you don't have team-wide immunity, then it gives you another chance to heal up your units before getting hit hard in the face. The last tip that I can give you is just to make sure you use your souls, otherwise Ruele is gonna steal them. So don't try to sit there and save up souls, because Ruele is, I think every time she S3s, she steals your souls. So make sure that you burn, if you have Montmo, burn for that immunity. If you have enough souls for Arki, hit her with Arki. That definitely helped me when I started off on her phase, just pumping out Arki as many times as I could, just to do as much damage as possible. All right guys, that's gonna be the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, make sure you leave a like. If you happen to enjoy the video, I'll leave all of my tips, additional information in the description below, as well as the timestamps for the battle and for the gear showcase, which is gonna be at the end of this video. Like always, thank you for watching. Enjoy the video.